What's up, everybody? As you can tell, we got a different bike here. I know one of my biggest videos that I've done so far was the review on the Lowrider ST. I will say that that is an excellent bike, and I love the bike, but as you can kind of see right there, I do have a Dyna. I actually have two Dynas and a Grom. I wanted something a little bit better touring. My Lowrider ST, I had it for 2 years. I did 25,000 miles on it. So I figured I need a touring bike, especially whenever I want to go two up on long distance rides. So we now have a 24 Street Glide. It is the Shark Fin Blue or Shark something or another blue with black trim. I really like the color. It kind of has like a grayish tint to it, which I really like. And then whenever you get out in the sun, it makes it a bluish color, which looks really good. I have already put 100 miles on it. I got it last night, put 100 miles on it so far. Some pros and cons that I can tell that I'm going to like, dislike, or what have you. I can tell you that the neck bearings from stock are a little loose. I've watched some other videos and some other people kind of mention the same thing. So one of the first things I'll probably be doing to this is tightening the neck bearings up just a smidge. Typically whenever I ride, I don't ride slow.
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some.
I obey all traffic laws. But at 80 plus miles per hour, it had a slight shimmy to it, which I know a lot of it has to do with the neck bearings, so I plan on tightening those up. But other than that, I mean, I really like the bike. It's going to need some new handlebars very, very soon, and it definitely needs an exhaust. I can't stand the sewing machine. Those will come in time. It is currently the day before Thanksgiving, and I've got some kids, so this will be on the back burner while we get Christmas presents. Once all the Christmas presents are bought, I get to dump money into this. So biggest things I'm going to be doing to this is I'm going to be doing some risers and bars. I know I'm going to be losing my ashtray, or not ashtray, but I'm going to be losing the little tray for a cell phone. Whenever I do that, that's perfectly fine with me. Exhaust, intake, tune, and then suspension, and for the most part, that's probably going to be about it for this guy. It's more going to be for just all the riding that I do, and then I have a Dyna that I would like to start building, and I'll put on this YouTube channel whenever I start doing that. It's currently to the frame, and that will be a good build series. But like I said, first 100 miles, I really enjoy it. There are some quirks I need to get used to. I don't some stuff with the audio that I got to get figured out how it works. If you haven't seen, the audio on these are pretty wicked, and the whole infotainment center, all of it, I really like it all. But today I'm going to be doing some free mods just to make this bike a little bit more for me. First things first, we're going to get rid of these ugly deflectors right here, and then the same on the back. So let's get into it. So the easiest way to do the deflectors, there are two different ways. That's kind of the easiest. First is going to be, you can take some fishing line, run fishing line behind it. It'll pull the tape off because these are just double-sided taped on. Once you do that, then you've just got that tape residue that you need to get cleaned off. Another way is just a non-marring tool. These are Harbor Freight Specials. Stick it behind it, pry it, and then the same thing, it's going to be leaving some residue. I would suggest, though, to do this as soon as possible. If you plan on doing it, don't wait, because it will actually fade. So all this powder coating will have a slight fade to it. Then whenever you pull this off, it's going to be fresh powder coat behind it, and it's going to be a slightly different shade. So if you plan on doing this, do it sooner rather than later. Oh, that one actually worked out pretty good. I've got a couple marks right here that I have to clean up, and this one little piece of tape. They make buffing wheels if you've got a ton of tape, or you can just kind of roll your thumb on there, and it will usually clean it up pretty good. Once you get pretty much all this off. You still have just a tiny bit of residue like I got right here. There's a couple different ways you can do it depending on how much is left. You want to grab you a lint-free towel. Right now I'm just going to use a little bit of brake cleaner on the towel, and I'm going to wipe it if that gets it good. If not, then you might need to use some Goo Gone, but typically for what little bit I have right here, this should work just fine. And just like that, it looks a whole lot better. I'm going to go do the other side. We'll see what it looks like there too. Just like that, these ugly ass things are off. Start to finish right now, it'll be sped up in the video, but it took me 4 minutes to get rid of these, including cleaning it off. Really all depends on how easy that double-sided tape comes off. If it's a pain in the butt and it stays on the bike, might take a little bit longer, but in my opinion, 4 minutes spent to make something that much better looking, it's A-okay with me. Now, next biggest thing is just I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. I don't like just how big and bulky everything looks, so I'm going to pull the license plate off. I'm going to see what all is behind here, see if there's any of the stuff that I can just quickly take off. Like I said, this is all just free stuff that I want to do before I start dumping money into it, just to kind of make it a little bit different, but with $0. Also, if you guys are thinking about buying a motorcycle, I really do suggest Riding High Harley. They are in the High Point, Greensboro area. If you go there, go talk to Bill. He's the third bike I bought from him. He's an excellent dude to deal with. Another reflector. This one was literally just popped in place right here. It's where it belongs. Now, like I said, just a free, quick thing. Pull this big ass thing off of it that I can't stand, and this reflector that just stuck up in there, and just kind of slick down the back. Some of my plans are, I need to see, I like Custom Dynamics. I'm going to see if Custom Dynamics offers a lay-down license plate, curved lay-down license plate for this guy with the built-in lights, just so that way I can make sure it still functions. I do like the lights back there. I do like to be somewhat bright from behind. I just don't like reflectors. But all in all, my first impressions of this bike, I really do like it. Whenever I went to buy this, I actually test rode a Road Glide and a Street Glide. My other baggers that I had were both Road Glides, minus the ST, which is kind of an in-between bike. But my two actual baggers was I had a 06, I think, Road Glide, and then I had a 17 Road Glide. Whenever I test rode this one, the only thing that honestly that made me want to get the Street Glide, well, two. The Street Glide felt smaller. I know they're the same size bike, but it just felt smaller in tight turns and all that stuff in the parking lots. I just felt like it was a smaller bike, which I liked. And then the Road Glide, I don't remember my 17 being like this, and so I don't know if they was that big of a change whenever they switched to the 24s. But the touchscreen audio unit, I felt like was a mile away from me. I'm not a tall dude. I'm 5'8". I've got average size arms. And so if I needed to reach up and touch, like let's just say CarPlay, I needed to type in an address, I was literally having to lean way forward to touch it. This one is pretty close to me. So if I'm riding, I can just reach up and touch. Or if I'm just in a parking lot, I can just reach up and touch without having to stretch too far. Yeah, I crushed some miles last night on the interstate. Like I said, I've already put 100 miles on it since yesterday. And all I did was rode it home yesterday and then a little bit this morning. I like it. So hopefully I can start making some more content for you guys with this guy. And we'll see how it goes. I want to do a slight performance build. It's not going to be a full out build. So if that's something you guys are wanting, maybe check out like Cruzy Originals. He's building a badass Street Glide right now. That's not going to be us. We're going to do this kind of a performance daily rider / long haul mile crusher, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys. Catch you on the next one.